Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Anime and Opposites. Or hi to our new listeners if we have any joining right now.
Also,
I'm your
hi to the
host
old one.
Jola. Yeah, it's true. And that's Uforo, my co-host. So, how you
I,
doing? Maybe I should
I'll,
not ask how you're doing.
I'll allow the name to slide today. You tried today for the first time in a
I've
while,
stopped even trying, Jerry. It's
at
either
least,
come out naturally or
or it
you
doesn't.
know, funkified and stuff. I mean,
Well,
we're like 15 episodes in. I don't know what to do.
episode
You know?
15, guys. Hi. Just a little bit of information. Your favorite host fell down with the COVID. It was, but
Should, are
I'm
you sure you want to
ready.
tell them that?
No, it's fine. It's fine. They're my family at this point, so why not?
Mm.
But I've battled it. I'm not even. It didn't even like. It didn't even move me.
He says battle. Let's be thankful he doesn't have like
Yeah,
any
yeah.
sort of
It's not. It's
terrible
not.
symptoms.
It's. Yeah.
So yeah, he didn't have to battle in quotes per se.
I
But
didn't have to. Yeah. We thank God.
yeah, so that's what we're thankful
Yeah.
for.
We're grateful.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
guys, I just want to put this out there. I know that everyone is careful. To be honest, we are very careful over here. But still,
Yeah. But it's
wash
still
your
out there,
hands.
right?
Wear
Yes.
your mask.
Mm-hmm.
Socially distance. Don't just feel like you just. Not that I did any of those things because we tried. We were very careful and it still happened. But still, you might. It
Yeah.
just have been one moment of a lapse in. No, you go. You
Absolutely.
feel normal. You go into normalcy, and by the time you go into
Mm.
that normalcy, you're like something. It slips through the cracks, and then next thing, you're like wondering. I can't smell. I've been telling Jola. I've not been able to smell for a few days now. I'm missing it. I didn't know that. I mean, obviously, smelling is important, but yeah,
Yeah.
this is deep.
Not
Like it
having
really,
it really
yeah, it's really,
drives it
really
home.
like you know how. I mean, most of our listeners are Nigerians, so they've gone through malaria. So you know how malaria is, where sometimes you can't taste properly, but you can still
You
taste.
taste. Mm-mm.
You can still
I
taste.
would
It's like
disagree.
bitter. It's like your taste is
Bitter
bitter
taste.
ahead.
That's what I was gonna
No,
say.
but that's
Yeah.
how the no taste is for this one because I also had a little bit of no taste. So it comes in that bitter sense, but it's not bad because you can taste. So like now, if you throw like a lot of pepper in, you
Yeah.
would feel it. You get what I'm trying to say. But this smell one,
Yeah.
nothing. Like
Nothing.
nothing.
Like
Your
put
nose.
your nose over a pot of stew. Nothing.
What is pot of stew? Carry the
I'm trying.
smelliest shit and put your nose there. Yeah, no for me.
No, I mean I said pot of stew because I'm thinking of like stew with like pepper. That way
I'm
your
telling
nose,
you, it
you
means
start
nothing.
dripping, eyes.
Let
That's
me
why I
tell
said
you,
pepper.
yesterday we ate, we ordered ofada, quick one, like a very peppery one. I literally put my nose, and you're talking about stew. Ofada is a peppery stew for people that don't know. And I put my nose in there and I was like, nothing,
Nothing.
zilch. So yeah,
Mm,
don't get COVID.
absolutely. Well, I don't think anyone opts for it, but yeah,
Yeah.
let's still be careful out there.
I'll just say that there's one thing. I mean, I know you said I don't think anyone does, but like I think a year ago there were some parties people were actually actively going to catch COVID. Like it was a COVID party they were calling it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That's silly, man.
That one person comes and it's like that kind of COVID roulette. So the person comes, is a carrier, and then everybody goes to the party, and then you leave, and then you see if you got it or not.
That's some
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
People are crazy.
Crazy
People
stuff,
are
man.
crazy. People are crazy. So
This just in.
Jola.
All right. So, so Netflix confirmed some shows that are dropping for the second half of 2021. Do you think I should state where we got this list from?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, it's Lad Bible. We saw it on Lad Bible on Instagram. If anyone wants to have a look, see. And I'll just quickly give that a rundown. Sorry for the delay. I didn't open it beforehand. So, so yeah. We have Sex Education season 3. I don't know if any of you guys saw this. I watched the show. And it's a pretty good one. So, yeah. We have Sex Education season 3, The Witcher season 2, Red Notice, which has The Rock, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds in it.
I thought you were about to forget his name. I was like, I think is he a TV show or is it a movie?
I'm not sure. I think this is a mixture of TV show and movie.
Yeah, I think the Red Notice is a movie. Go on.
Okay. You season 3.
Pause.
That's curious.
1 second. Yes. Yeah, I'm just talking. I'll just say pause on you for a second and just let's think about it. That is that was a really good show, but freaky at the same time, you know. Proper
Absolutely.
freaky.
I think that's like the whole idea. It's a show coming from the perspective of
the stalker, yeah.
And
I mean, I wonder how they want to do it.
Good way too.
Yeah, you kind of root for him in a certain way.
But then it's like, no, this guy
is a
twisted.
creep. I mean,
He is.
Spoiler alert.
yeah.
And you know, by the end of season, we shouldn't talk too much. But by the end of season 2, you know, they show something that shows you how it's like. Anyway, I don't want to talk.
Like he has seen another one. Is that the one that he's seen another person to start talking about?
I mean, yeah.
And now he
like
has
that.
like a wife and a kid. So
You're terrible.
yeah.
Anywho, the next show, Escape from Spiderhead.
That's Chris Hemsworth, isn't it?
It looks like him
Yeah.
from this picture.
And obviously, I know the other guys, but I don't know their name. Yeah, but it looks like going to be a good movie as well. To be honest, Netflix have kind of stepped up their movie game.
Oh, and let me just say, the last one is Cobra Kai season 4. Okay, so
I tried to watch season 1 of Cobra Kai.
I've not seen anything.
Watch it as said.
I think maybe I've seen an episode. I wasn't really sold.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, yeah. Next thing, I just wanted to note that so it seems Sony did a deal with, or a partnership with probably Monsters publisher. So that's going to give them some exclusives as well. So it's probably Monsters, Fireworks Studios, and I think they've been involved in games like Destiny, Halo, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty.
Did you ever play Apex Legends? I doubt you did.
I haven't yet. I have it on my library, but I haven't downloaded it. I don't know if we can
cross play
eventually.
I don't know if we can cross play, but I mean the battle royale, not the actual.
I think I don't know which one is that.
Because it's the battle royale that is normally available to download for free, not the actual game. I don't even know if there's an actual game. I think there's a storyline, but it's not really any.
I've always assumed it was all.
I just think it's just battle royale. No, but you know, like how Fortnite is battle royale, but you can have like this kind of PVE perspective, and I think the PVE perspective you have to pay for it, even in Fortnite as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Fortnite either. Well, let me not Apex, just Fortnite. I'm not.
Yeah, Apex is more my speed than Fortnite is, but Call of Duty is my real speed.
I sense it might be, of course, it's everybody's speed. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. In the same breath, PlayStation reversed its decision to close down the PlayStation Store for PlayStation 3 and PS Vita. Because they had decided to close it down, and I think there was clearly a bit of an uproar from the fans saying why, blah, blah, blah. So they reversed that, and apparently there was the PlayStation Poland website had a little blunder where they put up a banner that teased that maybe PS Plus is going to offer some kind of video pass trial with its PS Plus subscribe thing. So
They
where you'd
jumped
be
the
able to
gun.
get Sony movies like Venom and stuff to the subscription benefits. But I don't know how true that is. But yeah, that
They
should be
jumped-
interesting if they do that, I guess.
Should be. I just want to add.
And on to you.
I just want to add to that. I don't think we mentioned in previous episodes, but yeah, Xbox Live is free. Going to be free, or it's free already. Don't know,
What
but I
is-
know.
What's
What?
the specific thing about Xbox Live? What is it?
Xbox Live is basically your PS Plus, basically, because
Okay.
Xbox Live already comes with games. Normally, you get 50 games or something like that. You get not 50 games, but you get some games free to play. A lot of free to play games regularly with Xbox Live. You can play online with other people. So
Yeah.
they give you that, and then obviously you have to buy games if you want to play more games. Now the difference is when you're on Game Pass, that's a whole different ball game. Game Pass is the one that you now need. You can get 100 games. They're always giving you new games. Obviously, you still get the Xbox free to play games, the live ones, and the rest. But normally, people had to pay for Xbox Live previously, like always.
But now
And
now
now-
there's no payment.
So
for
what that
it.
means
Like,
is
just
that
pay for the pass.
you don't even pay for. You don't need to pay for the pass. What I'm trying to say is that what that means.
No,
is
I'm
that
saying there's
if
still a
you-
fee
yeah,
for pass.
Game Pass, yeah. No, I'm even saying that this works especially for Apex, people that play Apex Legends, people that play COD, people that play Fortnite and the rest, because now you don't need to pay a monthly subscription. Or especially those gamers that are probably YouTubers as well, like this is their bread and butter. Now they don't need to pay a subscription. All they just need to do is have an Xbox, have the game, and then you continue. So yeah, kudos to them. They're making big changes all over, so we keep watching them and seeing. I'll just say this one because I mentioned it in the previous, not the previous episode, but an episode. I tried playing MLB. I made a video. I sent it to Jola. I didn't play it, but when I loaded it, I was like, I'm almost tempted to like, let's upload that video to our page and just be like, yo, just trolling. But yeah, I trolled Jola that time. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
can you imagine? Son, it's weird. It's weird.
This guy, I was like busy on a call, and this guy was trying to tell me, yo, call me back, call me. He was trying to call me and telling me, oh, I should call him now, just real quick. And I'm so glad I didn't listen, because I would have been like, are you kidding me? Get me off my call just so you can troll. Like, I would have sent people to your house. You know,
You'll
that
catch
kind
COVID.
of thing. You can't happen. That was before your COVID thing.
How do you know?
But
We don't know.
still,
Anyways, yeah, let me go into my my headlines.
I mean, you've kind of started yours, but
Oh, I started. I mean, but I was just playing off yours. So, anyways, the ones that are properly written down that Thor: Love and Thunder. They've cast Zeus. That's going to be Russell Crowe. Looks like he's going to embody the role. I can just remember Russell Crowe from Gladiators, and saying those famous words and all those things. So I believe he's going to be a good character for.
what famous words are you thinking?
For some reason, it was there and it's not there. I was hoping you would ask me.
I felt like you said it, but then I thought
I was
What
going
is
to
last
pass. I was going to pass over real quick. Like, for some reason, what keeps coming to my head is from
Brad
this
Pitt.
thing, Brad Pitt. Yeah, so Brad Pitt's own keeps coming to my head. How do you know it's Brad Pitt I was thinking about? That's freaky.
I just felt
That's really freaky.
you're
That's-
thinking of Troy.
I was thinking of trying Brad Pitt, and I've not had this conversation with you. I don't know how you
We
make the
haven't.
jump from
I just
Russell Crowe saying something to Brad Pitt saying so. That's freaky. We've known each other too long. It's a little. That's strange. Are you in me? Have you been following me around my house or something? Wait, by the way, sorry. I need to just go back a second. Who do people think they are that you wear a cap and you get invisible immediately? Like you just wear a cap, a face cap. I'm going back to you stalking. You wear a face cap and nobody can see you all of a sudden. Like if you want to stalk somebody, because that you don't get the
No.
you the TV show.
Oh, I thought you were saying
I
me.
keep saying I'm going back to you. I kept saying I'm going back to you.
Yes, but then I was thinking me and face cap. What?
I'm like, I'm going back to
okay.
you. I first said, why are you in me? Like, you've been following me around. That's how you do it. Yeah. So I thought you already knew that. But anyways, I don't know why people wear a face cap and they think that all of a sudden my whole body disappears. I've not seen, nobody will see me. I can walk around.
Nobody will see me. Yeah. Yeah.
You just get
like you will see some weird person doing.
There's no how you wear a cap and you pass me and I would not know that that's Chola. Like, there is no way.
I mean, look, I think it's just supposed to be if you're not paying attention, you're in your own world thinking your own thoughts, so you don't get a full view of the person, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Anyways, then apparently Scream 5 had decoy scripts and storylines to avoid spoilers. Do you care that much about Scream?
No, but I just thought, let me throw that in there just so I can say, do people really care about Scream?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. I'm like,
enough for them to be doing decoy script. Clearly, people do.
Let them do decoy script for No Way Home. I'll get it. Like, they spoiled it already too much. So maybe they need to give the guy, they need to give Tom a decoy script and say, this is the movie you're acting, so that he won't spoil it. Anyways, then
I know.
Marvel's Secret Invasion TV series. They've added Emilia Clarke. Is her name Emilia?
Mm-hmm. Emilia.
Yeah. I thought it was Emily. I don't know. Interesting.
Emilia.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't put this, but have you seen the cast of? They started casting the Game of Thrones prequel. They've shown. They've given a.
I know they started. But I didn't see any information on who the cast.
Yeah, I've seen some of them already. I've already seen who is going to be all the Targaryen, some of them, and the rest. No, I don't even think the Lannisters are really predominant. I don't even think. I think they will be there, but I don't think it's. I think it's more of the Targaryen dragon story than the Lannisters. So hopefully they don't cock it up, because the way they. Did you
recognize any of the people?
One of the girls was, the auntie or the mother, Jon Snow's mom. Right? Yeah. No, not Jon Snow's mom. I don't know, something. There's a lady that was already in the. Because I didn't really pay. I can't remember.
There's a lady that was in the main show.
In the main show that is going to be there. Yeah. But obviously, I think she was in the main show as a remembrance. So, like.
Definitely. I was going to ask that. Are they trying to have the same character?
As someone that was remembered. So, she probably is going to carry over. So that's another one. I've not seen. Is there any trailer to this Secret Invasion?
Not, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
I've not seen any.
Okay.
But,
Then apparently Michael Keaton, the Batman, if anybody remembers or knows him from ages ago, is going to be returning for the Flash. Is he going to return as Batman? I think
in the only way I can imagine it. The only way I can imagine it is that they want him to be the version of Batman in the animation where he's very old, but just teaching, like, maybe Nightwing or the other one the ropes. So he's just there in the cave doing stuff and sounding all grumpy and
but being Batman.
You know how it is. So
I'm Batman.
I still find it slightly weird though.
Yeah, it's a weird one. But
whatever, it's all good. I'm already worried about the Flash running like an idiot. So that's my
you mean the Flash movie?
Yeah, not the show.
I was in my head. I've been thinking the show because
No,
sorry,
no,
I
no,
didn't
no,
come
no,
up with
no.
it. I've been thinking the show because you read this. So
No,
I
there's no
didn't see
Batman in the show. So no, no, no.
I
This
mean,
is
you say there is no one, but yeah, they can do anything. It's
they can, but
DC.
that's
Yeah,
not where
that's
they are
yeah,
going.
exactly. So
Yeah, yeah, but that's not where they are
yeah,
going. That's
it
not where
makes
they're going.
sense. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. I believe the only thing I want to
It
just stay
makes
on for a
sense, yes, but
second is, can they correct his run? If they can, I would be happy. Let's stop with this crazy ballerina. I don't understand what's going on. I'm running. I'm not
it's
sure
even
what
an
I'm
insult
doing.
to ballerinas. I
It's
don't
an
know what
insult because I
exactly
don't know what it is. I don't know what it
I don't
is.
know. I
Yeah,
don't know
they need
either.
to correct that
And I'm
run.
sure that's not how he runs. So I don't
I
know
don't think there's
why they're
anybody in
doing
the
that.
world that runs that way. And I
Exactly.
don't know
So there's
why he
something
has.
in it, this CG or something that creates that,
No, I think they
which
went
I
for
don't
it. I think they were
understand
trying to
either.
do something. No, I don't think it's CJ. I think they were just trying to do something. Because for the fact that he starts his run in as if he went to a kung fu school or something like that. I don't get why he starts his run like that. You know that whole drop down to the ground.
Oh, like he wants to do a
Like
sign
he wants to do, he's doing chakra
or some kind of
meditation or
tai
something.
chi or something. Yes. Yeah.
No, for the fact he starts his run that way, I don't get it. You know,
Unless they think that hand is gathering energy as
why
it's running.
does he need to go down to the? Where did he study? Did he go to school with Batman somewhere and they went to go and learn how to fight from that guy? And I don't know. Did he fall inside the pool? What is it? As in,
Yeah.
why does he start his run that way? Why I remember it vividly because I was I've been some clips have been coming up on YouTube and it's all the like DC fight clips and especially for the old ones. So I just watched the old fighting scene with Superman and the four of them when they fought against him when he first woke up. That's in the old Justice League movie. And I saw the
What
run
did he
like
do?
the four of them. That's Flash.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
And I thought to myself, and I saw him do that whole Tai Chi thing, and I'm like, this is strange.
Like I don't understand it.
I don't
either.
get it. Yeah, it's a strange one. It doesn't make sense.
Well.
It doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so yeah, correct his run. Then, sad one. A director for Naruto Shippuden has just passed away at age 57.
Well, yeah.
His name is Osamu Kobayashi, and he died of kidney cancer. So he was battling with kidney cancer. Well, same thing. So yeah, rest in peace, and we send love to his family as well in this tough time. Yeah. Then, who are saying Shang-Chi? Have you seen the trailer for Shang-Chi?
I have.
What
I
do you
have
think?
seen the trailer.
I'm not like. I'm like.
Yeah. There's just like. Well, I mean,
it feels sunny
let's
to me.
see.
It feels like sunny.
This one that you are now using Sony as far for terrible stuff. That's
terrible
that's
terrible Marvel things. That's what we use Sony. Sony is the yardstick for terrible Marvel productions. Anything that is Marvel and is terrible, we just say that's a bit Sony. But yeah, I hope they impress because it's why I say I hope they impress because phase 2 is difficult. Or it's not phase 2, it's phase what? Is it phase 4?
Is it phase 4? Are you calling the whole MCU part phase 1? Or
yeah, I'm kind of I was kind of
so you're calling all that phase 1 because
so that's why I'm calling this phase 2, but I now try to leave that because they actually have moved off from it's not really phase 2 because they've done phase 2 already. So I think in real time it should be phase 4 or something, but I'm not terming it that way. I'm terming it like phase 1 or phase 2. It's obviously we're in a time where technology has moved forward for that. They are really making things. We enjoyed WandaVision. I watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it was not bad. Not as good as WandaVision, but not bad either. So I know you've not seen it yet. I'm not going to say anything more than that. But yeah, not bad. So I like what they're doing with the series. The movie, we've not seen any movie yet since the end of phase 1. Let's put it like that. And phase 1 ended in a high. Obviously, we've been met with COVID, we've been met with lockdown, so a lot of things have moved back. It feels like Black Widow is going to be one of the first ones that are coming out.
Is Black Widow coming out before Loki, though?
Loki is a TV series, so I'm not really counting it as...
Is this serious?
Yeah, Loki
why was I thinking of it as a movie?
No, Loki is TV series.
So, my bad. I was thinking of it as a movie. Okay.
Yeah, I think Loki is TV series. I'm sure I'm correct, but yeah, Loki is TV series. don't make me Google it. Yeah, but yeah, Loki. I think Loki is it should be.
Yeah, I guess I'm more unsure.
Yeah, I'm getting. Yeah, it's a TV show. I googled it. You made me Google it.
Okay.
It's a TV show. Yeah, so Loki is a TV show, so that's why, because it's going to be different. So I believe Black Widow is going to be the first movie in the phase 2. I don't think they can go wrong with Black Widow.
I don't think so too. I only expect good stuff with that.
And I think because we also have low expectations for Black Widow. Not in a bad way. It's just like you're not expecting her to be powered. So you're expecting a good action movie.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's the same thing like if they were bringing out Hawkeye. Slightly different, but still. They
are bringing out Hawkeye.
When they bring it up. But it's the same thing. We're looking at a good action movie. We're not thinking of they are going to really be... And not that they'll probably not be mutants involved or some powered people involved, but we're looking basing off the character. The character is... the main character is normal. So every other thing is going to be built up.
During the talks of whether there's a little bit of some
they're normal.
From Red Skull, from all that. Anyway, let's not dive into that.
Let's not dive into that. Yeah, but yeah, so that's why I believe that our bar is a little bit low, because when you now start thinking of all the Doctor Strange, all of the other ones, you start raising the bar a little bit because of there is a little bit of power play. You want to see how the power plays. You want to see how all those things come together to make the movie, so your expectation changes a little bit. But yeah, I'm not going to judge them based off of Black Widow is my point, because I believe it's going to be a good movie. So it's something like this Shang-Chi that would be like, because that has something weird inside. It's all the other ones that come after it that are going to be like, how do you stack up? We just talked about Love and Thunder. So it's a phase 2, but is it really? It's not really. You
know what? Why does it even matter whether you're phase 2 or something? Just let there be continuity. Whether you're phase 1, 2, 3, 4. At this point, I'm like, look, just let it be cohesive.
Let it be
That's
good
all I care about.
as well.
Don't let it be good and make sense. Whatever phase you're in.
And then finally it's
and Aquafina is in Shang-Chi, which she's cool.
Yeah, she is.
Unless they overdo it, but with her in there, but yeah, it's cool. Sorry. Lastly, you were gonna say the last thing.
Yeah, lastly, Yasuke, I'm watching it, by the way.
You've started it?
Yeah.
No, I haven't started it yet.
I'm like on episode... I'm on episode like 3 or 4 at this point.
Oh, you're past the halfway mark then.
Yeah, I'm on episode 4. I just like episode 4. I know it's just a trailer.
Tell me, is it 30 minutes? Is it 40 minutes? Is it 1 hour? What?
I don't know. I just kind of went into it. It's 30 minutes. It's 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Okay, no wonder.
I wanted to say something. It's originally in English. Yeah. But I don't know, there's something weird. the mod does not, because when you check on Netflix, it says origin. You know how they show you the original language is English. Original language is English, obviously. I tried watching it in English, but it's weird. It's like the mod does not follow the English language. So I'm like, if the original language is in English, why does it feel like it's like the words
It
are
is the
not
other way around.
matching? Yeah. So what I had to do, and the way I've been watching it, and the way, because I tried it, I was watching English, I'm like, something strange. I switched to Japanese and I put it in subtitles, and I was like, okay, yeah, not so bad, but it was still
Are
not
you also-
sinking. It was still not
Okay.
sinking. So I was like, this thing is not so Japanese. Then I switched it back to. Do you understand? I switched it back to English. And I'm like, this is also still strange. And I looked at it and said, but it said original English, but I've switched. So I'll be watching this in Japanese right now, and I'm enjoying it in Japanese. Because the English just feels weird, number one. But I also feel the lip is not, so it's not like, oh, I'm just biased. Obviously, I'm biased to sub, definitely. But it's not that I'm just being biased to subs, because I
It's
tried
not just
to.
a psychological thing.
Yeah, no, you can
Nothing
check it and
further.
let me know, and maybe you let me.
Yeah,
know,
I'll
then-
check and see. Depends
then
on
we'll
how I
see.
feel about the voices.
Yeah,
So I'll
the
test
Japanese
both and
voices
see
are
how I feel.
also better. They fit the characters better.
I
The
think you
English-
just expect the Japanese. I think you just expect Japanese as
You,
well.
well,
That
you
makes
know
you
what?
feel comfortable.
You
And
will
I
see.
watch a lot more. I'm more open to dub as long as the dub is good for me than you are. I can do both. So,
Well-
so that's another thing. But yeah,
Well,
I'll check
you will
it.
see, and then you will let me know. We'll see.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, you
so
you wanted to
moving-
say something, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to move into the, should I say, main part.
Spoiler alert.
Round one. Fight!
And this is the spoilers version, even though Uforo went to spoil something previously. I'm apologizing again on his behalf. But we're moving into the actual proper spoiler area.
So, Mortal Kombat. Yeah. First of all, do you think they deserve a round of applause?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted
That's
to make
me,
sure
oh.
I just wanted to make sure
Nigeria
I know.
now.
I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page, because
Oh, okay.
I believe
Yes,
they deserve a round
absolutely.
of applause. So we're going to give them one
Absolutely.
now. Anyways, yeah, so that they can have that round of applause. And so yeah,
Absolutely.
let's start. Before we dive in, rating of the movie. I know we're going to dive. I know normally we give the rating at the end, but I just want to start like that way. If you,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to give yours first, or I should go first?
yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. Well, my own rating is 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay around yours. I know I initially said 9, but I thought about some more, and I rewatched it this weekend. So when I
Oh, did
rewatched
you?
this, I watched it with my brother. So when I
That's
rewatched it this
another thing.
weekend,
Go on.
I would give it an 8 as well. I'll give it an 8 as well.
Okay.
It didn't fall because of anything. I think the first time I rated it there was a lot of hype involved. The second time I rated it, I watched it again. I kind of really took in the movie and tried to pay attention to people's criticisms that they had said, but it still got an 8, so it's still
Yeah.
good.
Well, let me just say for you guys, I've only seen it once, and the way it came about, I watched this movie like over 2 weeks ago, because it was out at the cinema where I was. So Uforo had sworn me to secrecy that I should act like the
Sworn.
movie doesn't exist. I shouldn't even say it, otherwise it's going to banish me. All these threats. I'm like, okay.
Literally, I already. I had a hammer of
So I
God
only watched
watching
it
her
once.
house.
So I watched this like how long ago, and I didn't rewatch it before we did this to sort of
No, but it's fine.
But
It's
as
fine.
I said, I watched it with complete hype. So yeah, but I don't think my score. will change.
No, I don't think it's going to change either. You
Yeah.
can't really go lower than an 8 for people like us. That I don't think you can. people
Yeah,
that feel the
yeah.
way we feel. So let's start with the likes. Then you start. Give me one like, and I give you one like, and then we move from there.
Okay, well, look, just to make it as basic as possible, yeah, basically, I liked the way they were delivering their
Oh,
one-liners,
that was, you know what? That
like
was
the whole
classic.
finishing.
It
all
was
that stuff I
classic.
win.
When Luke Kang first said, "You come here, you test your might." I'm like, look at you. Look at the way you just rolled it out of your mouth.
Just say it was easy to miss, you know.
Just like that, just like as if I'm not meant to understand that test your might means something. Really?
Yeah.
He said, and then obviously the best one-liner was
Flawless victory.
that one.
Where did they even say that? I know they said it. I can't remember where they said it now.
Let me go into the second good part, then we'll go back to where they said it.
Okay.
Fatalities. Now, which was the best fatality?
Oh God, I think you know this. The best. Oh, so that's who said it then.
When
The
he,
best fatality was Kong Lao.
yeah. So once he now,
With his hat, yeah.
when he now finished, he now said it. Flawless victory.
Flawless victory.
He said,
Yeah.
Like, dude, you just don't say that. Like,
Just say it like it's nothing.
just said
Dude,
it
when they
casually,
did
like-
that, we screamed literally.
I said,
was like,
I paused. I said, yo! I went back again. I'm like, yo!
it was
know,
really, really cool. It was really
just
really
because these finishing moves and these one-liners they go together. Because the first one that came out in the movie was Kano wins, and I'm like, guy, like he did his finishing move.
I like
and
that too.
That was sick, and it was like Kano. No, this director did good in trying to give the gamers what they want, like give the Mortal Kombat fans exactly what they want, because it was like, yo, you like the one-liners, you like the thing,
Yeah.
but I have to find a way to deliver it to you guys, not
Without
let it be
it
some
seeming
third-party
so out of
voice
place.
that is just
Yes.
shouting like one god of fighting, that is just raiding, is just
Yes.
somewhere in the air saying flawless victory.
Yeah.
Or the out
Exactly.
or that out, or anything like that. So it's one of those things that we're just happy that the way he delivered it. Then it was obviously we saw the other ones, and yeah, even that classic one-liner that if you're not even paying attention you might miss it. Your soul is mine. It was something that
I definitely missed that.
you would miss
But
it.
I'm getting Shang Tsung, I guess.
Yeah, you definitely miss it. I mean, you miss it because it's something that he should say normally, but the way he did
That
it,
he
even,
should say.
your soul is mine, and then now just try to start sucking the soul. It was
Yeah.
classic,
Yeah.
but you can miss it.
You know another part that I liked. It wasn't a finishing move, just a move, right? When I just thought it was cool. It looked really, really cool to me. When Sub-Zero was chasing Cole and his family, and he's on the street.
And the ice.
And the water, the ice, and then when everything is like pouring, and then he stops it, and he goes up, and then he comes down.
That was good. It was good.
I just thought, that was really, really cool. So, yeah.
Then
it was
let's
good.
talk about costumes. We'll talk about costumes.
Yeah.
What did
I also thought they did a decent job with the costumes, the way they looked. It's because again, someone like Kong Lao, you're looking at his hat, how to make it look okay.
No, they said
and
they spend time with that hat.
we spend time with that hat, yes.
And they
Yes.
work well. Kitana as well.
Yes.
I think Kitana look good.
Is it Kita?
Is
That
Kitana?
wasn't
Melina
Kitana.
now. It's Melina, sorry. Melina look good.
Yeah. The mouth and the outfit. You know the funny
By the way, there's some people online were talking about Melina's ass.
I came looking for booty.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. Look, guy, you're in my mind. That's exactly what I was just going to say. And you know the funny thing? I see what they were talking about in a good way. Because when I was watching it,
when she was walking in that ice, we are like, I'm like, Yo.
Yo,
That's a bomb, you know.
I know. Like even her strut, everything. I was
Everything that she was really.
why is this woman
like,
attracting me like this? Like, what's going on?
I'm like, yo. Let me back it up a second and really look again. Yo.
Yeah.
Like,
they do that well. Honestly.
Like, and she was really working it as she was going.
She
like,
was working it,
and
it wasn't. I didn't feel like it was.
I'm not even sure because, yeah.
And I didn't even feel like they did it in a way that it was boom in your face.
No, it wasn't like a tight.
It was nicely done.
No, it's something you can't hide. Yeah.
On her, like it's just
you can't hide it,
like oh no, I actually liked that.
No, we spent time on someone's ass. Let's move on.
Oh my, yeah.
Anyways, so thinking of other things.
But no. I do have a downside to the costumes though. So is there anything else you want to say before I say it? Any other major lights?
I think for me, Sub-Zero's shoulders were weird.
You mean his outfit?
No, his outfit was good, but his initial shoulder pads were like almost in his head. They were like this. If you go and look at it, I'm like,
I don't think
I'm like, guy, I know you're trying to wear those shoulders, but those shoulders are kind of like, you know, those olden school days blouse. But this one is like, it was all in his head like this. I'm like, that's a bit too high. I don't know how hench you're trying to be, but those shoulders, they are going to restrict your movement, and unless they're keeping they're keeping warmth inside there, because the thing was just. Outside of that, go and check it out. Outside of that, Scorpio's mask was good, but also weird for me. I don't know, and I know maybe because he kept interacting with it, so I looked at it. Maybe I looked at it a little bit too much, but I had no problem with it. It was nice. The whole outfit was nice, but I think it felt like the mask was too big for him.
So it did quite fit as well.
It felt like it was too big. Like, you understand, like Sub-Zero's mask fit. Scorpion's mask felt like too big. Felt like they don't like wood. It didn't look like that. Felt like he had to always now be removing it to breathe a little bit, then put it back on. But outside of that, those are the kind of two things that.
Well, mine was, I wasn't too fond per se of Cole's outfit, like when he got his own version of his power. No, not Jax. Cole. When he got
sorry. I didn't like Cole's thing either.
What's the thing? But
I
liked it. The only time I liked it was when he got hit and it looked metallic. Then it looked metallic. Then I was like, oh, cool. It's like this, the more you hit it, it's building whatever kind of energy, and it will send it back kind of thing. But other than when it got hit, it looked like cloth, and then it looked a bit like matte plastic material. I wasn't really sure it was just a bit weird for me. So I didn't like Cole's thing, other than, like I said, when it looked like it was getting hit and heating up.
I actually forgot about that. Now, I didn't like Cole's outfit. I did not even really like his power either. I did not like. I like the character was okay, but I could feel how the character. You could feel how the character was out of place. Maybe because we know Mortal Kombat. Maybe because we know it was a curated character. Maybe because we know it was introduced, so we gave it a little bit more scrutiny. Now, the story to put the character in was good. The story linking the character to the timeline was good. But I think that's where they stopped. I feel that's where it stopped for them, because I feel it was very, very difficult to think of a power
for him, and that was the sort of safest option.
It was the safest option because he gets beaten.
So let's stop your beating.
Use your beating as your power, kind of Nakama power kind of thing. So
but you didn't say no. You know why did you say Bakapa? You should have said Rocky. Rocky gets beat. You now come finally after he has chopped beating and beat you.
Yeah, that's kind of that kind of. But yeah, so you could feel how the character was out of place. You could feel like how the character was created. You could feel everything. Not to repeat myself again. So I think they just said, you know what, let's make a character that we can have a story. So they focused on the story, like I said earlier. But I think any other thing outside that was difficult because what do you want to? You can't make him a ninja. He never learned how to be a ninja. So, and that means for you to make him a ninja, you have to extend the story plot. You have to make him go somewhere. You have to make this thing. You have to link it, make it seem how is he a ninja?
Plus, I think if they put him as a ninja, it would be too close to knowing his
heritage.
They needed him to be out,
and so having him that out is like his part. And I think they needed to be so safe because I don't think they tried to create a character that they are going to bring into the game. I don't think they tried to create a character that Cole might not come back again in part 2. If they decide to do a part 2, I think they will just find a way to just kind of fizzle him out. I think he was our character. What do I mean by our character?
To introduce.
He was our eyes. He was us. He was us in the story. He was like an unknown piece thrown into the story. So we had to see the world from his eyes, which is what the director even initially had said. So it was us going with Cole and seeing things, not rather than learning things dumbly. So as they are explaining it to Cole, they're explaining it to us. Especially if they decided to mix and match some of the storyline rather than just make it feel like, oh, you know Mortal Kombat, so you should know this is what happened. You should know Liu Kang is this. You should know Raiden is this. You should know Outward is this. So it is like in trying to explain it to Cole, we are learning about what their process is. So I think they just didn't want to bother saying, let's create, because what would you give him as a power? It's difficult. It's really difficult.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's really difficult. Then there was something else I wanted to say before.
Well, it's more about.
Go on. Sorry.
Okay, well, we're already talking about the dislikes more or less.
Yeah.
And I would say the overall thing is the way the fight scenes were like fast.
Oh yeah, sorry. Before we go into the dislikes, I have one more. I know we already talked about dislike, but one like. Well, there are more than one like. So let me just say.
There are more. This. Okay, sorry. Go.
Let me just, because I don't know. 2 likes rather. First like is the classic repeated move of the classic repeated move of the leg, the raking, the repeated raking. That's a like. That was a huge like. When
are you talking about Liu Kang
and Kano
Oh,
because that's such a game. That's why it makes you know this guy was really, really pulling everything from the game, because that's what someone does when they are fighting.
You just stand up.
You just rake. You rake. You rake.
And you're like, really? Is this how you're going to play the entire round?
How many of us have gotten pissed off? Flawless. How many of us are getting like, you want to break the point because the person beside you just back and B. That's how we used to. That's especially it was the SNES. Back and red button. Continuously.
And you are thinking, really? Let's just end it right now, because
you don't be like, is that the only thing you know how to do?
Is that the only thing? You'll be like, as long as I win, try and counter me.
You say, or the person now say, okay, guy, you see, let's forget about, let's fight, let's see who know. But is that the real way to fight? Fighting is for the person to win. Why do we used to feel the need to tell the person that cannot really play in that kind of config and doing moves way that they have to come to our level in order for us to?
That why you're saying basically, why can't they just keep giving you leg and win that way?
No, why can't they just no? Though they should not keep giving you leg. They should stand up and fight properly and win.
Oh, okay.
Like they should stand up and fight. Like, what are they doing? Because it's cheats. Anyways, so it was nice.
It's similar. Yeah, it's similar to games where you are in the air and they keep hitting you, and they don't let you drop.
You know, there's some people that just have mastered one thing and they will keep you. They know how to get you to the corner of the screen. They just get you to that wall of the screen, and no matter how good you are, they will just you'll just be like that until your life finishes, and then you see people trying to dodge the wall as soon as someone is coming. Anyways, let me not stay on that. But at the second thing, I love the way they Akuma, what do we call it again? Akana.
I know, I don't remember. Yeah, the one. Oh, I think it said. I think it was Akana. When you just said that.
I love the way they use the Akana to give the powers, because that's. I know Akana does exist in Mortal Kombat, but Akana was not for everybody. The way I remember it, unless I'm wrong, but Akana was more like all these special ones, like the Liu Kangs, and the Liu Kangs, really, because I don't think any other person was really, right. And anybody was really talking like we don't know how. This guy did what's his name, shadow kick, or what did they call that kick? It's not shadow kick. What's his name? Johnny Cage. What's his kick?
Oh, the leg thing.
The leg thing. What's that? It's not shadow kick.
I don't remember the name.
I think it's shadow kick. It just always seems, even Sonya all of a sudden, like, we don't know how she used to. Jax, his arms were like meant to be a whole robotic thing that was after he lost his arms and things like that were put in, and all the rest of them. So this Akana thing was more of these people that have trained under the temple, that have gone to go and learn ki and know all these things. And even Kano, his eyes were meant to be a metal socket thing that were put inside his eyes. Like, that's how we. So you could tell the originality from him mixing the Akana with who you are as the character. Like, the mark allows you to unlock your Arcana, and then you can use your Arcana to have powers, and then that starts giving birth to all these characters with different powers, and everybody can have powers because they have the mark of the Mortal Kombat thing. So that was really good. That was a really good story plot for me. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, that was cool. I think there was one thing you reminded me of just now, but it's gone. It's gone again. So let's just carry on. Yeah, I was trying to say that the fight scenes were too fast. That's one downside, should I say? And I always say, when you look at something else like John Wick or something, and you see the fight scenes there that are really like broken down, and you see each punch and kick and stuff like landing. It's fast fighting, but you see each I don't know what the technical words to use are, but basically this one was like quick, like they were cutting in between or something. I don't know how you term it, but yeah, it was basically too fast in that sense. You get what I mean, right?
Yeah, I agree. Some of the fight scenes were fast. I also believe they didn't want to spend time on them. I don't think because they couldn't have made the fight like more fight. I think the worst fight was General Reiko and Jax. That was the worst fight in the movie. It just felt too weird. I think it was also the worst fight because General Reiko kept opening his mouth and screaming, "Ah!" And then
but he's also kind of that big character.
Yeah, but all I was doing like, his head was moving
instead
like,
he's just that big kind of. Let me know. I don't want to say big dumb character, but it's just that big character that just goes around swinging something. You would think it might be Goro, but it wasn't even Goro. It was him.
No, the worst fight was that. I think Even my brother mentioned it. Like when guy killed Goro, it felt short. Like the fight did not happen long. It just felt like is that it? Is that how Goro died?
Yeah.
Whereas it
A
was
whole
more
Goro.
a whole Goro. Whereas in the
I also
Mortal
thought they
Kombat-
did Goro well. Sorry, that's a lie.
Oh, Goro was done really well.
Because that could have been a
It
mess.
could have been a mess.
It's-
They killed it. They
They
killed it.
really
Goro.
did that very well.
Very, very well. So I think if you look at all of that, I don't think they wanted to spend time on the fights. I personally think that the paces that they didn't want to, they wanted to just give us something nice together. The best, the longest things you were going to get was the first opening scene, which is the selling plot of most of the movie. Scorpion or Hanzo had Hanzo versus everybody that came to come and kill him until
That was good as well.
Bihan killed him.
I mean,
Yeah.
anything from
And
that guy
that was the longest fight you were going to get. That was
Absolutely.
also the best fight as
That
well.
was also the best.
It was also the best fight. All that together made the best fight. Now I think so. It shows you that they can stay on a fight, and they can do a good fight and stay on it. But I think because of first of all, the people that are probably even good at this fighting, the Hanzos and the B-hands, like the actual, maybe the stun doubles or whoever did, like, I think they didn't even want to spend too much time on those other fight scenes. They just wanted to get us to the power move, get us to the finishing move, get us to where we need to get to and just move on quickly. So it wasn't about all the whole thing, because it was just that. I think that's why it was quick. So I don't judge them badly on it. I kind of understand. I feel we might get more if they are allowed to do part 2 when we get into a more tournament style kind of this one versus this one. I think we would get more of a fight. The only issue they face is that they have to pick fights to show us, because it's still going to be a 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour, let's say 2 hour movie, and you know that they're going to use 1 hour to tell the story. Then the other 1 hour is going to be fight scenes. So we're not really going to get that much. So how much are they going to show us? That's the thing. So they have to pick. It's difficult. So in order for them to show us every bit of everything, it needed to be rushed. I feel like it wasn't going to be the easiest, because we would not be happy. If we had just spent time on one, we wouldn't have been happy. I don't think so. They got their powers a little bit too quick. If you want to think of all the things the way the power came, I know I respected the storyline of the whole power thing, but the power came too quick. All of a sudden, Kano, all you need to do is have the power, not actually know how to fight. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day,
Although
the power is meant to be the leveler.
Kano wasn't a fighter. It was just
Kano
just
is
somebody
not a
that
fighter, but I'm just trying to say, like, with or without, let's look at Cole, for example. He's still meant to be a crappy. I mean, he's good at fighting. Don't get me wrong, but he was someone that's supposed to be broken. So let's just say he doesn't really win the fights. He doesn't really remember how to win the fight. So it was just going to be an armor for collecting beating put on his body, but still not really know how to fight. Do you get? Jax on the other hand too. Same. Everybody on the other hand is like, it's not like you've really trained, because at the end of the day, the best person was the person that died. I mean, apart from Bihan and the rest, like Hanzo or Scorpion, the best fighter died. Who was the best fighter? Kung Lao. He died.
Yeah.
Almost immediately, and it was because Liu Kang already, as soon as Sub-Zero came, Liu Kang had lost. He had already lost. Like they've already beaten him, so it's almost like the power did not really mean anything. Your fire was just melted immediately. So anyways, I'm just trying to say, I think they just rushed those parts on purpose. I don't think it's something that anybody should.
Well, I get what you're trying to say. I'm still saying, well, I get what you're trying to say. this was just a way to also give us something, show people that they can do better than they have in the past, and then from the feedback they can move forward better and all that. But obviously, as a fan, you still wish that the actual fight scenes, which you go for movies like this, because we're still going to say something about it, but movies like this, you are going for the fight, so you still wish that there was more in terms, like you had longer with the fight scenes regardless. But yeah, anyway, it's all good. And I don't just mean the length of the fight, though. I also mean just the way the fight looks. When everything is a bit too fast, you can't quite catch everything.
Yeah, but the length of the fight, for me, tells the story of the speed of the fight. Why I say that is because you're still trying to have a fight. Like now, you're not going to make... Who let's say... give me one of the fastest fights. Like, that was a little bit too quick. Like, everything was happening too fast. Any of them. I'm just want to use an example.
Well, in the movie?
The movie, yeah.
I don't know. Sorry, it's not like... It's not
coming. Okay,
pick any of them. Pick any of them.
Anyone. Okay, any of them. Let me say...
Because I don't have the particularly fast one in my head, but anyway... I don't even want to say Kung Lao versus that Batwoman, because that was not really, that wasn't a fight.
That wasn't a fight.
He waited for her and sliced her. Like,
let me see. Do I want to use Liu Kang versus...
Unless you want to use... in this moment, I wish I rewatched it. I'm not sure if it happened as much with Sonya and Kano.
Yeah, okay, let me use Sonya and Kano. I don't care if it happened or it didn't happen. Let me just use that for example. Now, I'm just trying to say, like, they need to get to the end of the fight quickly, because obviously they are trying to... I can swear to you that if we could get a handover, like, just like Snyder's cut on the director's copy, you would see a lengthy fight. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I think the fights were lengthy normally, but I think they needed to get from the beginning of the fight to the end of the fight real quick and move to the next thing, because they're trying to cut the movie down. Maybe also because, and everything that is going on in the world, so maybe a shorter movie was, I don't know, whatever decision made them want to not
do that.
enter
Yeah,
3 hours. So if you look at all of that, you could tell, like, the fight just back. Like, we want to touch every part of these fights. Like, you want to go from head to toe in this fight, but you need to move quickly. But we still want you to feel like you watched a full fight at the end of the day. Not that you watched a fight that it was one punch, and the person just died. That was it. Over. So they needed to still give you a full fight, but at the same time, it needed to be rushed in order for you. So I think that's what made all this. I'm just saying, I might be wearing a cap for them, or a cape rather. I might be wearing a cape for them and, like, trying to, cover it or make it look good. But I feel like
that's fine.
It makes sense to me. I believe they could do more. And that's just based off the fact that I saw what I saw in the first scene. So I'm like, I know you can give us a full length fight, like, if you want to.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, yeah, obviously I wanted more, but yeah.
Okay. I wanted to say another thing. I was watching this review by this guy, Screen Rant, and he made a point that I didn't think about. It didn't occur to me. And he mentioned how the show is obviously rated R. It's MK. It's supposed to be bloody, and it's not always consistently bloody, which I actually kind of agree with. I think it's bloodiest in its fatalities, and every other time it's a bit more tame, which was true. Because if you think about little things like when there was like bricks and stuff falling on top of Jax and Sonya and all those people during all the chaos, they are not really bleeding.
Yeah,
nothing's really happening.
Yeah.
Even in all the training,
even when they are punching you, your face is not, blood is not coming out. You're kind of too clean.
Even the beating that Cole chopped, yes, he looked beat up, and you feel the impact based on the sound and all that. You feel all the impact based on sound and the way it's hitting, yes. But he and everything else is not very bloody, considering what the movie is. So it's only when you get to fatality then he goes hard with, oh, this is bloody, this is, So when he said that, I was like, oh yeah, that's true. I didn't keep that consistent also.
I'm really wearing my Mortal Kombat cape today because I seriously have another.
I understand
defense.
you trying to defend.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm just trying.
Change.
No, it doesn't change the truth. I'm just trying to always. I'm trying to play. Should I say devil's advocate?
Yeah, sure.
Now let's think about it. I'm not. I agree. Completely agree. It was not. It wasn't consistently bloody. It was just bloody here, then kind of normal, then bloody here, then normal, then bloody here. Like that's how it was. But if we look at it, I feel like I might be chatting shit, but it's like if you're bloody and then you're bloody, then you're still bloody. It doesn't make those fatalities stand out as much. I feel it might not in the gore. I feel in the gore of it, like because like I feel so. No. We paid attention to it, but I try to say I'm just thinking in the subconscious of it all. Like I said, I might be chatting shit. In the subconscious of it all, in the subconscious of it all, it's like clean the dirty, clean.
No, because because the clean is too clean. It's out. The clean is too clean, and you don't. I know you don't necessarily think too much about it, but yeah, it's actually too clean. And I understand you trying to say it brings the fatalities out more, but I'm not saying in between make it blood spilling everywhere with the fatalities. No matter how bloody you are, it cannot overdo the
can I add something
of the fatalities.
Can I add something? I feel like there was a lot of the one thing I can tell you for a fact is that this movie was subtle. Like the word that they hit in this movie was subtlety, and I feel subtlety. Like subtlety. Sorry, and I think the director. I don't know any other movies he's done. And I have to go and check. And if he's done a movie like this, or if he's done other movies, maybe we might notice that he's that kind of guy that likes subtlety. Now, why I say that is because everything. I'll tell you. I'll point a party when Jax was beaten the first time and his hands were removed. It's at the end when he fell to the ground that a pool of blood formed, and they didn't stay on that scene. At the end, a lot of people might not even have noticed that his head, pool of blood was coming out of his head. Then all of a sudden, he doesn't really have any head injury after falling down and hitting those.
Well, they didn't really. Yeah, they didn't. Yes, but they didn't. As you said, they didn't stay on it because he hit something else, then landed on it. Yeah, they landed,
and then I'm just trying to say he has no injury, has no.
But later they don't show his head is fresh.
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 As fresh as my head.
Like I feel you. Like he should have
he should have he should have a
self.
Even after Cole had finished fighting people in the beginning. In that Cole had finished fighting in the beginning, he comes out looking fresh after having bleeding like that. Like
that's what beatings do for you. They freshen
you up. So I'm just trying to say, like, I feel like everything that this guy did, even the way he delivered the one-liner, they delivered all those things. I think that he the only part he felt he needed to do a lot and push the boundary was in the fatalities. Outside of the fatalities, it was kind of fatalities to show us that whole game thing, in the sense of, especially when they killed Melina, you could see her whole circle, the spine in the chest, like that was proper game move. Like, I'm just trying to say that I feel like outside of all of that, the whole movie stayed on subtlety. It literally stayed there. Even Scorpion only said get over here once. Even Scorpion using the whole thing, it kind of wasn't like the way Scorpion's thing normally is. Like they kind of tried
Like something.
like something coming out of his arm or something like that. It was
Well, I like that choice. I think they didn't want to.
I like the
Yes.
choice. I like the choice.
Yes.
I'm just trying to say, like, even a lot of things stayed on subtlety. Even like the way Scorpion comes in the last scene, the fight, everything. Like, it's so simple. Like the simplicity, the subtlety of the whole movie. So I feel like I'm just saying that the
He
guy
didn't want to do too much.
I think he doesn't want to do too much, and I think he doesn't. If he does too much, he might not know how to hold back. So he's the kind of person that might not know how to do
Where's the sweet spot?
the sweet spots, how to give you that little bit of blood where you're like, oh, blood consistently without overdoing it. So he's like, you know what? I'm just going to overdo it on the scenes that need to be for it to be overdone on. Take it, blah. But then on the other parts, if you don't see it, you don't see it. Like that's why I mentioned that Jack's pool of blood for me, because a lot of people would miss that. Like, if I saw it the first time, like, interesting, and you can see the blood actually increasing, but they literally don't even stay on that scene. It's just like, and it's gone. You could see everything. There's this kind of, it's as if I'll say the way the guy was doing the movie like a dance, like it was just like this kind of simplicity of just trying to keep you just where you need to be, but not taking you over, not taking you under, not taking you too much, just giving you where you need to be, and then anything he doesn't need to spend his time on, he kind of takes away. So we don't know how much it will or what it will cost to start doing blood and makeup and all those things. So it's like, you know what? They don't need to see it. I'll give them all the blood. Again, and I still stand behind I don't know. I need to check what the budget was. I still stand behind. I said it when we watched the trailer the first time. And I still stand behind the word that I feel this movie was not high budget, personally. I don't see...
Probably not.
And that's what I'm
considering where it's coming from.
And that's
should be, can you do this different? Can you bring something new? Let's see what you can do.
And here is the level. We'll give you this money. Can you work with it and still deliver us something smashing hit? So I think this guy took something that is not, because I believe with a higher budget, maybe the movie would have been longer, maybe would have gotten more fighting scenes, maybe would have gotten more consistent blood, maybe many other things that we are looking for would have happened. And but I believe that it all starts with the budget, and then you see what the person does with it. You're like, you know what, you did a good job.
Fair enough. This just reminded me of
your friend. Yeah, go on.
No, not that. The other I wanted to mention before was, I'll just say it was the dialogue between Liu Kang, Kung Lao, when they were dissing
that was
Kano. I love that whole dialogue. I just want to point that out. I thought that was really funny and very subtle too, as you've been saying. So I like that. I thought that was really, really, really good.
Again,
really
another subtle moment for Kano to kind of, it seems so simple.
Yeah. I even just liked the whole dialogue. I thought it was really cool. Okay, so my last dislike was, it's not even a long thing, but Raiden.
I'm feeling slightly uncomfortable. That's why I'm moving around. Continue.
It's okay. Raiden. Now I know honestly, I've never really liked that whole, I'm not supposed to get involved in your battle, so I must only
characters in the whole.
I must observe only, even though these people are coming, trashing my house, slapping me in the face. Sorry, I cannot get involved.
Where was he when everybody when they came back to come and kill all of them? Where was he? All of a sudden, he's not around.
He cannot get involved now. But
he was around.
You know what I call Raiden?
Barrier. But he wasn't around.
What I call Raiden in this movie. This guy, and that's what many people have called him. He was just a glorified transport, public transport. That's what he was. That's what Raiden was. Good for transportation. That's all. He was just there to take them from point A to point B. So yeah, and somebody was saying, I reminded me of the movie. I'd forgotten that we didn't even get small. I mean, like, we didn't even get it. Like, I mean, the guy was just there, Jerry. So, but yeah, it is what it is. Just had to say that. And okay, so real quick, I so and on popular or unpopular opinion, a friend of mine was complaining that there was a lack of that there was no plot or story, that the story did not make sense. And so this one I was like, first of all, this Mortal Kombat, what are you expecting? It's a fighting game turned movie. It's about fighting. Why are you expecting
Guys, I'm shaking my head by
why are you
the way.
expecting Inception story? Like, what do you want? They did the little story they've done is to tie things together, and that is fine. And I think they did that well enough. Like that was okay. And it was just, I'm like, what are you expecting? You don't. I mean, what are you expecting? Even all our beloved Jet Lis and stuff.
Oh,
It's
come
like-
on. You know what? Let's the guy, I don't know. You know, some people, no offense to your friend or who said it, some people believe that some people are always going to be critics. They'll criticize anything. Like,
Well, yeah, of
they will
course.
come up and it might be good, but it's nice to be a critic sometimes. It's nice to be that because like you're not conforming to the fact that it can be a nice movie. You're like, I need to see the flaws, and he might have his own right opinion in the sense that maybe we are being biased, maybe we are just conforming,
each their
or maybe
own,
we are
sure.
just being on the other side. As in, I respect that, but I don't see what he said. How can you say lack of plot? That story was lovely closed. I mean, there was nothing. It was straight to the point. And it stayed on brand. Sorry, I just want to say this quickly. Stayed on brand. What do I mean? Bihan, I literally went to go and recently, not because of this episode, but just because I just wanted to remember who is Raiden's brother. So I fell into reading Mortal Kombat lore and by the way, Raiden's brother is Fujin. I just fell into reading Mortal Kombat lore. And I was just going from character to character, and then I saw Bihan. I saw that the next Sub-Zero, which is going to be Bihan's younger brother, that is going to fight on the side of Earthrealm. So I was just going through everything, and I remember that, like, oh yeah, me and you spoke about how Bihan killed Scorpion's family and all of that, and the whole thing's revenge. So that is story on brand. That is literally Mortal Kombat plot. It is not this guy's plot. This guy did not make this story in the sense that this is the actual game story. So are you saying that the game? That's what are you saying that the game is lacking plot?
Finish him.
Or are you saying because this plot is the game's plot, is not any other plot? Literally, they did not pull a plot out of thin air. They just added one or two things to the actual plot,
so that it becomes a proper movie. So are you saying they should add more? They should do something different? Then of course that
I don't know, because if you think about it, Sub-Zero kills Scorpion's family. Scorpion wants revenge. Scorpion comes back for revenge. Chicken end. That's literally it. In between all of that, they now just pulled out something from Pig's ass, which is what? Oh, Scorpion's child did not die. Literally, that's all they pulled out from somewhere. Then they created an extra character. Now, let's forget about that character, because they now use that character to kind of bring Scorpion back because of the dagger and the blood linked to him. That is the closing of the story. I don't think you need anything more than that. There is magic.
It is Mortal Kombat.
There is magic. We are not trying to say it cannot. Magic can happen in Mortal Kombat. I mean, what the hell is Arcana? It does not exist in real life. So if someone is telling me that blood and Hanzo's blade that Raiden that saved the baby gave the baby children's children in the future does not make sense, I don't know what else will make sense. Let's move on. Okay, Mortal Kombat. Okay, Mortal Kombat. I'm just trying to break it down because I really thought about it.
No, it's okay. I know.
Mortal Kombat, you're saying it is about tournament style. Okay, they did not get to the tournament, but wait. In reality, the bad guys don't like to wait for the tournament. Literally, they really mentioned it. That is how they've won 9 other tournaments, because they don't wait.
Yes, they don't wait. They go there and scatter things before.
That is what they were trying to do. Then they now made it fun and made it into a tournament style fight. Like, put this guy versus this guy, and you still say that doesn't
to give
make
you a
sense.
taste.
What do you mean it does not make sense? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like, if this guy had come to me and told me Justice League, Snyder's Cut does not make sense, I would agree with him more than this.
Yes, because again, that is different from this.
No, I'm just trying to. It's different. I'm just trying to say, like, I could agree with him. I could say, I mean, that doesn't make sense here. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. I could find the loopholes in the story. I could draw lines in this, but this one,
and because that one is giving you a story, literally.
Yeah, this one
something else. This one
they pulled it from the game, pure.
And it's a fighting game. What do you
Nothing
want?
else. You're just meant to get a story from the game. They pulled it. Fighting scenes from the game. Pulled it. Finishing mode from the game. Pulled it. Ended the story and closed it well. Pulled it. What else are you looking for? That's just that to me is a major critic.
Fatality.
Don't worry, it's good like that. It's better I come from you than me. You are echoing all my thoughts, so it's good. You are the one. You are more of the independent answer to that person. Let it not be me, because I'm like, I don't understand. Because we went into a whole. It doesn't make sense. It even makes less sense than he expected level of Jet Li movie. I'm like,
you know what? What does a level of Jet Li movie mean?
Jet Li movies are even. Again, when you're watching a Jet Li movie, he is a martial artist. You are going there for him to give you some moves.
Even Jackie Chan has more of a Jackie Chan movies have more.
Jackie Chan has more of a story than Jet.
Jet Li really doesn't have a story. Like, it's just a bunch of fighting scenes. So
exactly, and that's Jackie Chan goes more with more story and comedy than him. But even him, you go for action.
I don't get what someone will say when they say, "Oh, I need a Jet Li type of." No. You know what? My question, if he listens to this, my question to him, and in the I know that I just came off a rant and it sounded like maybe he might take offense to how I've laid it out for him, but
it entered your blood.
I needed to, but I need to ask, what Jet Li type movie? Give me one that you believe it should be on the level of. I would take my time. If I've not seen it already, I'll go and watch it again and really try to understand what you're trying to say, because as far as I'm concerned, I need him to tell me, no, you know what, screw that, forget about the Jet Li type movie. He needs to tell me what about the story did not make sense, because
honestly I didn't want to.
The way I've broken this down, I believe sorry I cut you in. The way I've cut it short, the way I've broken this down, I believe I've broken it down in the simplest terms. I started from the game, linked it, brought it all the way to the end of the movie. I've covered all the plots. So please, I need him to draw his lines and pick apart this plot and tell me there's only one thing I can say that doesn't make sense. And I wanted to mention it earlier. And I'll say that doesn't make sense. But at the same time, it can make sense, just that they didn't tell us. It's like how in a movie people have sex and you don't see them wearing the condom, but you assume that they've worn the condom. And you always think
because you can't show every little thing now.
Yeah, but it's always that kind of detail, like, did you
unless it's so pertinent.
Do you understand? Like, I get what I'm trying to say, like, because you just went from kissing and then you're already by like, when did you guys make the condom? You know, that kind of thing, like, because it was at the point where Hanzo or Scorpion at the end is speaking Japanese to this boy, and the boy kind of understands Japanese all of a sudden, and I'm like,
where did he learn
Japanese? Like, do you get? That's it.
There's another thing that I'm going to mention next that was a bit like, okay, ambiguous. It's more like ambiguous, but actually let me just say. So the next I was going to say is that it was another thing that came up. There was a lot of like, who is this girl? Cole's family. Was that his wife? Some people thought, okay, is that his wife? Is that his sister? I know it's his wife. But I'm saying it wasn't, especially now they were saying, is that his own biological daughter or is that his stepdaughter, that is his wife's daughter before them? Or Was that little girl his sister? People just weren't
But
sure
why
who she
does
was meant
that
to be.
matter?
Because another thing, it came up because they had mentioned that he was the last line of that of Hanzo's line. If that girl is his biological daughter, he's not the last line. She is.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's a blunder. And
Yeah,
apparently, if you read about it, she's apparently his biological daughter.
Yeah, I
assumed
agree.
she was
I
his
know. I
stepdaughter.
believed it was his biological daughter from beginning, and I
Really,
heard-
I thought it was Stepo because she also never called him dad. Never.
Yes, but she
except
never
once.
called him Cole either.
But you don't, when someone that is your dad, the way it just didn't
No,
play out
but because she
for me.
never called him Cole either. But my question is, why I say why does that matter? Because who said this last biological line of Hanzo? Who said it?
I mean, I can't remember.
No, let me assume that it is Raiden that
That the
said
last
it.
descendant. Maybe when
No.
they were looking for him.
No,
Okay,
let
go
me
on.
say it's Raiden that said it. Now, I believe if we look at things the way it is, like in the way that maybe superior characters understand it, and they kind of played on it. I'm not even trying to keep. I'm just trying. That's how I made sense of it. Is that the Mortal Kombat sign? The Mortal Kombat sign matters. It matters. That's what matters. So
Yeah.
the last biological child of Hanzo, I know it might be a stretch, that has the sign, because until this code dies,
Oh, okay.
you get
Nicely done.
until code dies,
That's a cop out, but sure. I get what you mean. That they
girl-
might have
that
meant it
girl
as
doesn't
last
matter.
that has sign.
that girl does not matter. That girl is as useless as anything, and she's still a child. Sorry to put it in that way, but there is no way that girl, as in you can clean her out. They can just stick. The boy matters. The girl does not. He has the. I mean, they literally had to put it in her face that Sonia, you don't have the sign, so don't come and train. Like, get out of here.
I know they kept saying that to the puppy.
Yeah, like you even felt sad. Like everybody felt sad. So I'm
felt
saying,
sad
like,
for her.
it's kind of, it was one of those things that is like kind of, the importance of the Mortal Kombat sign, the badge, is like
Yeah.
you don't exist really if you don't have it.
Sure.
So I think that's why the girl doesn't matter. So it's like
Fair enough.
we kill the guy. We kill the guy because there is no how that girl is going to come in and start winning Mortal Kombat. Seriously. Unless she has some godlike powers and she just everybody just dies.
Who
She
knows?
just Alibabaye around the whole screen and kill everybody or something. Or maybe she'll just do codes this thing and then her bracelet will turn into flowers and just take over the earth. I
Gosh.
don't know. But yeah, outside of that, I don't know, because I'm just saying there is she doesn't have the badge. We move on from her.
Okay. But okay, yeah. I mean that I guess concludes most of what we wanted to say. Oh, now you've thought about it, right? Now you know. I was trying to tell you this. Sorry for you guys. I don't know. I was trying to remind this guy of something. He was busy trying to tell me my keyboard is making noise. I was trying to tell him. He was telling me my keyboard is making noise.
I beg.
I'm thinking it doesn't matter. Let it make noise. I'm trying to
I
help you.
beg. Hey,
Yeah, you are now. You didn't do your homework.
I've done it.
I'm casting you.
I've done it.
Eh.
I've done
Okay,
it.
so we're moving on to the riders, y'all. And yeah. So really, my rider is for this week is Psycho Pass. And I know we've mentioned it before. We've talked about it before a little bit. But yeah, I haven't recommended it officially, but it's a great one. Speaking specifically of the first season, I've seen the second and third, I think, or just the second. I haven't seen the third. Anyway, but I'm talking about the first season. At least y'all go watch that first season. It's really good. The villain in there is awesome. The music is great as well. The OP, awesome. So yeah,
Check it out. And my rider is Black Clover. Black Clover, yeah, that's the name. Mariah is Black Clover. So yeah, check it out. It's a good, especially for people that like. I know it's difficult. Some people to start difficult because they wonder. They say that guy, the protagonist shouts.
I was going
too
to tell
much.
them give them disclaimer because that's
The protagonist
that
shouts
when
too
I
much.
tried it. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, and that's because that guy threw me off.
But I think,
And I'm still going to watch it too, but he throws you off. So
At
you guys
first.
need to be ready for
But
that.
not everybody's going to
He's
throw.
so
Yeah.
loud, and I don't mean Naruto loud. I mean he is annoyingly, gratingly loud, and he is loud both in English and in Japanese,
Okay,
which is
I
amazing.
didn't know how
He's
loud
usually
he
in
was.
one. It is his voice is grating in both. It's still
Don't
loud.
spoil it before they watch it now.
I want them to be ready. No. It is a great. No, it is good. I know many people make noise about Black Clover, and I'm still going to watch it. I want you to. If I wasn't prepared, and it put me off, and I haven't come back yet, I know I will. So I want them to be ready for it. That's why I'm saying it. I'm not saying it to put you off. I'm saying it for you to
I
be
agree.
ready.
I agree. Which is what I was saying. But anyways, check out Black Clover. They are really seriously sick fighting scenes in there. Like seriously good. Like ranked really high. And the
I've
powers
heard.
make sense. So it's not.
That's great.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So check
Our
it out.
riders this week are a bit different. That one is more shonen style. Mine is more psychological.
Yeah, more thriller style.
Yes. So both are good. So yeah, that's about it from us, and we hope you guys enjoyed. Might be a little bit of a long one because we've been cutting it down of late, but we'll see what we can do.
Anyways,
But yeah, it was Mortal Kombat, so I guess it's expected. So
and don't forget, we do add our time. We do add the time slots, so you can click.
but we're trying to.
We're trying to add it. On
trying to.
YouTube, you would be able to see. You'll be able to click and either just go into the headline straight, and then go into the main content straight. For the other platforms, you probably not be able to do clickable yet, but you would know where
you
it
can.
is.
Well, no, you can scroll forward.
You can scroll forward. That's why I said you would know, we would write out where the time is, so you know where it is and you can move there. But I don't think you want to miss this banter, so you want to listen to everything.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for another wonderful
as usual,
episode.
like, subscribe, whatever, follow us,
follow,
email,
send emails, and
all that.
Yeah, we'll be getting some strange emails, but yeah, cool. Anyways, all good.
Yes, we have been. You know when you get things you don't want rather than what you want. But yeah.
Still,
Alright, so
we welcome all emails.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you guys. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yep. Have a lovely week.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.